Reductions in depression don't depend on fitness levels. It's important to have regular doses of exercise, so 3 to 5 times a week. Much better than being a weekend warrior. And otherwise, it's pretty straightforward. Do something you like and do it often. Now, mood changes, so we're talking just about transient, fluctuating affect, can be positive or negative, and our moods change constantly, right? So we can't get attached to a certain mood because it'll be gone. But we do see that exercise is related to positive changes in mood state, and you've experienced that after you've gotten done with a workout. I know today I realized I needed to make you guys a new recording, and it wasn't on my list of many things to do. So I was going to skip yoga and sit here and work, and I wasn't feeling very good. And then I realized the irony in skipping my workout because I wanted to work on creating a lecture about the powerful effect of exercise on the body. Ha ha ha. Okay, exercise is related to positive changes in mood state. I went to yoga. And I burned 689 calories. Woohoo! All right. Exercise improves positive mood regardless of the number of negative and positive affective states in a given day. So our moods do shift, right? They come and go. Feelings are fluid. Let them come, let them go. And exercise sort of raises the level, right, of these changes, these shifts in our mood. Dr. Wolf studies this topic. This is her new area of research, but she's not the only one. So when people are given a choice of what they want to do, they actually feel better at the end of the exercise. So having some choice in your type of exercise, maybe even your location, may actually give you a greater boost in mood. And this perception is obviously going to be responsible as opposed to any type of physiological change, but having choice matters. All right, so some of the things associated with enhanced mood and exercise is just that rhythmic abdominal breathing. And as a yogi, I'm familiar with breathing exercises that don't involve exercise, and they're very helpful for changing your mood state. Avoiding competition. Maybe being on a highly competitive team is not a way to reduce your depression or to improve your mood. Maybe this is just more about exercise for enjoyment. Sometimes more rhythmic or repetitive exercise movements. So this is where Qigong, Tai Chi, even dance might be a very effective treatment. And we're looking at 20 to 30 minutes in duration, 2 or 3 times a week. Not a huge amount. And so this is actually even lower than what is prescribed for physical activity and chronic illness, of the reduction of chronic illnesses. Very important to make whatever activity it is enjoyable. So if you've got a client again, and this is their goal, is to improve their mood, then it's important to make sure that they are able to choose what type of activity they like to do. If they don't like going to the gym, please don't make them go to the gym. Some of the physiological explanations for this improvement in mood and reduction of anxiety and depression could be simply the increased cerebral blood flow. So we increase the circulation, and the circulation, of course, goes through our brain. So we've increased the blood flow, delivering more oxygen and nutrients, removing any kind of waste. We also see changes in very important neurotransmitters. We also see an increase in maximum oxygen consumption. We see when we have the increased blood flow, we increase the oxygen delivery, and in fact, the tissues begin to use more of that oxygen, which for lots of good reasons, in cognition, mood, etc., is very healthy for brain tissue. And then, of course, we've already talked about the reductions in muscle tension, which are a physiological benefit. In fact, there are many studies now, mostly in animal models, but some on athletes regarding structural changes in the brain of active individuals. So I've read multiple studies where they examine the thickness in the gray matter in athletes' brains compared to non-athletes' brains. And athletes apparently have thicker gray matter, more neurons to work with. Yay! How exercise enhances psychological well-being. Enhanced feelings of control. You can relate to all of this when you work out. Maybe you haven't been for a while. You just, I don't know, you feel like you can do anything. And for some people, this is also where they socialize. That's true for me. My yoga studio is really the only place that I get to have a social life. And it makes me feel better just to be there, even before the yoga class begins. Certainly can improve self-concept and self-esteem. And hopefully, is fun. And that's a big, important part. And of course, exercise can help with chronic diseases, including HIV, MS, cancer, lots of breast cancer yoga treatments, classes, even Parkinson's disease, diabetes, both type 1 and type 2, and any type of heart disease can be positively influenced, positively affected by exercise. So personality and cognitive functioning, this is a really new area of research. And when I first started teaching this class, the evidence was very slim. And I got laughed at a couple of times by people that have been in the field for quite a while. But I feel validated because indeed, the evidence is coming in now, how important it is, particularly in cognitive functioning. So in psychology terms, the development of the self is enhanced through regular exercise, self-concept, self-esteem, and self-efficacy, according to Fox in 1997. And particularly people who have low self-esteem can be assisted. Pretty interesting that positive changes in self-concept and self-esteem associated with play, physical education, and directed play. Now, I read an article in Scientific American Mind, and they were looking at psychopaths and serial killers, and they were trying to figure out if there was some commonality, if they had bad childhoods, if they, I don't know, had controlling mothers, or, what was it? Was there anything they could point to? And one thing they did find in their group of serial killers is that none of them played as children. So get those kids out there to play. I'm sure that's a chicken or the egg function. I'm not sure if playing would have changed the course of their life. Maybe it's just they didn't want to play. Exercise programs that are designed to enhance self-esteem should include lots of positive feedback, giving people that feeling of success, like they can do it. And this is where the learning how to set goals is very important. Helping clients set goals is an art. You don't want the goal to be so far out of reach that they never feel like they've done anything important. So learning how to set attainable, measurable goals. Practice this in your own world because it's going to be incredibly important when you get out there to be a personal trainer or a physical therapist, occupational therapist, or really anybody in this field. Hardiness is a term that's been bantered about in psychology literature as of late, and it's considered to be this personality disposition that involves personal control, ability to stay on purpose, and have some flexibility because life changes. That is life. I think that our rebel group, I think we're a hardy bunch, does state that a hardy personality plus exercise is more effective in persevering than either one alone. So you can be as hardy as you want to be. If you exercise a bit, you're going to even have a better outcome.